Back again with another video sharing my secrets to help you guys win more on FC24. Today I'm going to be sharing something very important that you do have to learn. If you are new to the channel, we are so close to 100k. Please just smash subscribe if you're new here. It really does mean a lot. Every sub counts at the minute. We are closing in on it. Let's try and hit 300 likes on this video. Comment any questions down below and let's get into it. Team of the Year is here, and there are some insane deals over at MMOEXP.com. You can use code JambooUK for an additional discount. Get your coins now. Okay, so if you are new to these videos, we're going to be going through my thought process. There is something I'm going to highlight in particular today, though, that I want you guys to go away, learn, and thank me later. It really is as simple as that. It is very effective. It's going to help you win. And hopefully you can enjoy and implement it and just get better results, you know, through doing this. So, do me a favour, leave a like on the video. We will be going through my entire thought process as we do. I'm an ex-professional player, current 20-0 player, and I'm here to help you guys improve. So, anything you want to ask me, please feel free. We're going to be loading into the game. We'll see what team our opponent has to offer, and we're going to go through every single decision I make. You're going to see the controller input on the screen as well, and hopefully you can learn something today. So let's see our opponent's team now. Van Nistelrooy in goal, who's actually a beast, by the way. It's a decent team, you know, nothing outrageous, but it's a very, very solid team. We're going to be switching into a 4-3-2-1, as we always do. Offside trap from the kickoff, just to raise our line, try and kick the AI into gear a little bit, because they don't wake up when your opponent takes a kickoff. They just... they're all still asleep, you know, they've just woken up. So, okay, we win the ball back, we're going to take our time. What I want you guys to focus on today is the use of the player lock. So you're going to see it in a number of situations, and there's different ways of using this as well. So right now, you know, nothing really majorly happening, we're taking our time. This is going to be the first use of it. So we're going to fake a player lock here. You see how the opponent just lets us glide past him? That is one way that you're able to use it. To your own advantage. So again, we're going to switch. You can see our opponent does not know what to do. Once again, we walk past him, and this is something you can repeat time and time again as it ends up getting us a goal. You can see because we activate the player lock but don't use it, our opponent is forced into respecting the option. He has to mark it, because if he doesn't, we can play the pass. But when he does mark it, it enables us to just walk past and get into space. So that is one use where you can repeat this and spam it all game. We're going to go for it again here. Trigger the player lock. You see? You see? It's mental. They fall for it every single time. Nobody learns, I'm telling you. You can do this time and time again. Rinse and repeat. We activate it again. And again, you know, we walk off into the space. It's crazy. So that is the player lock fake. We will, you know, there will be an example at some point in this game where we actually use a player lock to our advantage. Because it's, you know, it's not just for faking people. I'll tell you that. Like, the player lock is very, very useful in its traditional form. Good manual press there. I'm looking for passes potentially on the edge of the box. We do win a corner here. So we're going to take it. I'm going to try and go for a little corner tactic here. So you pass it to the edge. We actually player lock to another player here, and then we work something from there. So we get it with Modric. Oh, it's nearly. You saw the idea. But this player lock, honestly, you can use it in so many... That's a bad example of it, but we get away with it. You can use it in so many different scenarios. We go for a step over boost with Van Dijk, and we find the back of the net. I wouldn't be surprised if this opponent leaves soon. But you can see, it's really a thing, and I know it's something that people are scared to start learning, because obviously it's a little bit weird and unnatural. You know, you're controlling a player off of the ball, your AI is controlling the player on the ball. It's not what we used to in FIFA, but I'm telling you that learning this one thing, it is going to absolutely change your game, I promise you. So we do have an option here. You see how I run my player back using the player lock, and it's more efficient than just triggering, for example, an R1 run to come short, because you control the full run of the player, the exact angle that you want them to come from, and all that stuff. So here we just need to watch for potential cutback options. He's got to be offside, right? Apparently not. Someone VAR check that, because that is crazy. But we will get into a situation in this game where you guys are going to see how you can use the player lock to actually create a chance. So this is another area. You see, we move our player, the AI. You know, it's pretty competent on the ball, to be honest. It's not a liability. Like, they will actually run past players. Taking our time here. We're going to use another fake player lock. Just buy ourselves a little bit of time. Double fake player lock. Driven pass, and now some R1 dribbling. Recycling the ball because there's no clear option. We can take our time out in these positions. Recycle it back to the edge. Driven pass. Bit of R1 dribbling again. Force the shot angle, and it's a good block from his defender. We're going to offside trap once again. Close up the potential options here. He's always going to try and go inside, so we mark that out very nicely. Using the player lock there just to get a bit more space. And again, we trigger the player lock here. Recycle to the edge of the box, line up a potential Travella. It hits Van Dijk in the face, sadly, but we can recycle once again using that player lock fake. Once you implement it into your muscle memory, it really, like, it just comes so naturally. You really don't have to worry, you know, about messing it up. Like, once you've learnt it and used it a few times, you know, you're in safe hands with it. You can use it as a real key part of your attacking, and it just opens up so many more options. So you can see here, we've activated the player lock, we've changed in the direction of the run, and we get unlucky, like anything, you know, it's not going to work 100% of the time. But driven pass, ball roll scoop, and we do win a corner. We're going to take it short, try and see what we can do here. The way I normally take my corners is take one touch out wide, and then smash the ball towards the back post. But we're trying to line up a potential like Travella opportunity here. Not really a lot on, to be honest, so we're going to recycle the ball. We get it into a dangerous position. L1 sprint boost with Ousmane Dembele. We're looking for any potential cutbacks. We will use the player lock again just to get a bit more space. R1 dribbling, driven pass, awful pass from me. I should never ever have played that, but we step out aggressively and win the ball. Driven pass out wide. L1 sprint boost with Ousmane Dembele. Taking our time, and it's good defending from the opponent on this occasion. We'll use the offside trap just to get our team a little bit higher and make it more difficult for the opponent to actually build up in. Got to be switched on here because he has potential passes everywhere. We didn't do the best job of that, to be honest with you. But we step in, make the tackle, lovely stuff. Potential counter-attack here. We're going to recycle the ball out wide. Desperately trying to pull Neymar back on side. I don't know what he was doing there, but it's fine. We'll use R1 dribbling. You can see out in these wide positions, it's super effective. A lot of the time, if you do get tackled, you're going to win like a throw-in anyway. So it's very OP. But just offside trapping here. He's always going to go for that switch across. So we're trying to get over there as quickly as possible. Block the passing option there, and that is half time. But it's a good example. It's a really good half. We've not had an opportunity yet to use the player lock in a really advanced attacking position to create a chance, but I'm sure that will come. There's a lot of opportunities where you can do that. So from the kickoff, always take your time. I see far too many people, you know, just charging at their opponent and losing the ball. You've got to treat kickoff as a real golden opportunity to score a goal. They're very, very, very overpowered in this game. Nobody knows why, but all we know is that they are. There's just something wrong with this game, you know, when a kickoff is in play. So here, we use the player lock once again. R1 dribbling. We're going to get into this wide position that we like to be in. Win the ball back. Recycle back to the edge of the box. Travella opportunity is here. And he took an extra touch, which has made me red time the shot, which is super sad. But, you know, what can you do? FIFA is always going to be FIFA. Manually pressing right now, triggering that offside trap, making sure that we're covering this run in behind here. You can see that the second man press is it is in full effect. Helps us win the ball back a lot of the time. Again, I'm covering the run out wide while second man pressing, and that's enabling me to do multiple jobs to the point where the opponent is under that much pressure, where he's running the ball out of play. It's super effective. But we're triggering Ousmane on a run here. We're going to play a lock again just to get him into that little gap. L1 sprint boost. Oh, if we could have got the player lock off there, that would have been really nice. Step in with an aggressive tackle. I rush the ball forward there, which you should never do. That is just really poor, lazy play from me. And here again, we're going to step in. Second man pressing, marking the potential options that he has. Offside trap, get that line higher once again. And we've got to be switched on here. He's got options. We step across, make the tackle, easy peasy. When we win the ball back, you've got to not do that. You've got to keep the ball. Prioritise always keeping the ball when you lose it, because I'm setting a really bad example here. Really bad. We have kept the ball, but it's sloppy stuff. Basically, what I'm trying to say is once you win the ball back, the priority should never be to always go forward. It needs to be to keep the ball and make sure that you're not wasting that good defending that you've just performed. So that is the point I'm trying to make there. But again, taking our time, second man press, offside trapping. I'm covering where I think the passes are going to go. Even if it's miles away from the ball holder, there's no harm in right stick switching and then marking something you think is going to come later down the line. That's something that's very underrated, you know, pulling your players into position. So here, for example, I'm already dragging my defender back into the space, and that's going to protect me later down the line. So that is something to keep in mind. We should win the header here. We'll win another flick-on header. Game's turned into a bit of a sloppy mess right now. Got to try and tidy up our play a little bit. Aggressive defending. We do win the ball back. Lose it once again. It's turned into an absolute mess. L1 sprint boost to go past the defender. And now we're going to use another player lock fake. Gives us a little bit of time. We work the ball back into the middle. R1 dribbling now. Looking for the cutback. And that is a good save from his goalkeeper. We'll take our time from the corner, we'll relay it back here and then go for the back post. We're looking for Van Dijk, and there we go. Very good example of the corner technique there. You guys can add that straight into your game, and that's going to benefit you. You're just going to score so many free goals off doing that. You can do the exact same play. Nothing they can do about it at all, bar moving the goalkeeper. And you're going to find yourself in for a lot of goals. We're going to trigger the player lock here down the line. We'll actually use it. R1 dribbling to go round his defender. And now we're actually going to think about using a player lock here. R1 dribbling, we've kept it well. It's a good bit of defending from the opponent. But more R1 dribbling, you always want to be using it in these wide positions. It's so glitchy, so effective. We're actually going to use the second man press here. You can see how I'm controlling the defender, who's all the way back here. It just eliminates any potential through ball opportunity for the opponent, and it makes their life a lot harder when attacking. Got to be switched on here. I think the player's offside. We have moved the goalkeeper. I've not been judging them offsides very well today at all. But we'll take our time. Triggering the player lock once again. We will use the option. Going for a little switch across here. So a through ball. We're going to trigger that player lock once again. Get Usman into the middle. You can see there the effectiveness of it. A bit of left stick dribbling. We do end up losing the ball because Maldini is so good on this game. Taking our time. Got to track that run in behind. He's always going to try and work the ball back into the middle. So I'm marking that option here, as you can see. Read him like a book. I know he's going to do it before he does, but it's these certain rules that you can apply into your game, and it's just going to catch your opponent out. Like, I always know when the ball's in a wide position to cover the middle, and it's going to work effectively, you know, 9 times out of 10. We win the flick on there. Maldini, again, being the beast he is, steps in, but we mark the middle using the second man press to deal with the wide player. When it's time to actually step in and tackle, that's when you can switch back to your fullback and actually make the manual tackle yourself. Using an offside trap now, get the line nice and high. Second man press once again due to it being in a wide position, and that wins us the ball back once again. We're going to trigger the player lock now. Oh, it's a good step in from the opponent. Using that second man press, I'm very cautious here of the cutback option that he's going to try and go for. I know he's going to do it every time. We step in, we win the ball back, and now we have a potential counter-attack opportunity. Using the R1 dribbling, we're going to recycle it because there's nothing on, and then we can use the full-back switch. Use the precision pass there to do it. It just makes the pass a little bit harder. Player lock again to get the ball inside. Driven pass. A little bit rushed, you know, no need for me to be doing that, to be honest, at this stage in the game. Offside trapping. And we win the ball, and that is going to be GG. Unfortunately, there was no, like, real player lock in the attack to score a goal, but there's a lot of good examples in there that I think you guys can use. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. Please leave a like if you learnt something today. Subscribe, get me to 100k, comments down below. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.